I don't think Doug ever has control, but I think there's maybe 80% of what's behind the eyes is Cipher, but there's 20% of Doug being like, that's poop in the diaper. So I tried to do an 80-20 schizophrenic split.
I think you probably had an idea of what the boys' universe was like, and I'm wondering if this is some kind of thing you look at and go all right, at what page do I get something really crazy happening around my presence, or do I get to do something really outrageous?
I knew that the show is gross, vile, not to my taste, and then I was like, when's it going to happen to me? And sure enough, it didn't take that long.
I think you're the perfect person, though, for this role, because you have played some real awful heels in the past, but also play some very kind, loving people. So when you're Doug compared to Cipher, it's like you're the perfect person for this. Is it easy to kind of get into both sides of that character?
I was so thrilled that that was what the writers had in store for me. I mean, I had no idea that they were going to do it so well and make this Doug or whatever. I just knew that I was somebody else. I got really stoked. I was like, can I rise to it? Can I rise to it? That's what you hope for.
I was rewatching it, and when he's explaining it to the rest of everybody else, I think he says the first thing Godolkin asked me to do when he took over. So it's almost like you're actually not a puppet. He knows how powerful he is that he lets you do it without having to puppet your body.
Yeah, I think that was a really neat thing that Doug feels this terrible sense of accountability still. I mean, even though he was sort of taken over, and you get to see it throughout the show. All the characters get taken over, but they're still in there. They don't just become sort of blank slates and or full meat puppets or whatever it is. They're in there. They're watching it, and so I think that sort of terrible guilt that Doug carries around was a really cool, insightful choice by the writers.
Should audiences go back and look at things to think that maybe there were times that we saw that Doug actually wasn't being controlled at the moment, but he knew he couldn't leave? Like when you're cleaning up the body and hitting him, maybe at one point we may have thought, oh, that's just Cipher being upset with the idea that things are going wrong, but maybe Doug had control at that point.
Yeah, I don't think Doug ever has control, but I think there's maybe 80% of what's behind the eyes is Cipher, but there's 20% of Doug being like, that's poop in the diaper. So I tried to do an 80-20 schizophrenic split.
You're not trying to have some backwards part of your mind saying well, I gotta be two people. It's no, at this point I'm Cipher, that's all it is. At this point I'm Doug, and that's all it is.
Yeah, no, I don't think that. I think that Doug was just back there. My sort of impression of him was that he was in the attic and all the action was happening downstairs in the house. He hasn't been in his body for however many years it is, 40 years or something or 30 years. How long is it? 20 years.
Yeah, the fans are gonna come after you if you don't know.
I know. I forgot my notebook.
When Jordan's being controlled, I think she at that point says that it was painful.
Right.
It was painful. So are there parts of you that are also thinking that I got to remember that I was supposed to be in pain at certain points, no, I was still Cipher?
It's wild, though, that Jordan he describes it, it's I think certain people are more easy to inhabit and take over. And that's why he can't get into Marie. That's a neat distinction between the characters. I think that's a deep insight that London Jordan has in her experience of being inhabited, that there is a really scared, in pain person inside.
Was there a power that you wish you could have had that you didn't get on the show?
Patience. I wish I had so much more patience. And yeah, stopping time always seems good because before I burn the kids' breakfast. That's sort of domestic slipstream, if I could do that, not, go back in time and take the stuff out of the washing machine before it gets that smell, before I fall asleep and get it into the dryer.
So easy dad mode would be the way to go about it.
Oh my God. Yeah, if I could just be super daddy, the world would be a safer place.
Is there something that is also joyous for you to be able to join something knowing that you're only going to be there for a limited amount of time? Or would you actually rather be there for a prolonged amount that you're not allowed to be there for?
Well, I think any job, I'm always so terrified before they start, and it's so surly and grumpy, and I'm like, why won't someone cut my hair right? Why won't these pants make me look less like myself, and things like that. And so I'm always so thrilled once the job starts. Like I'm like, I'll do it for a day. That's it, because I'm so miserable. And then that day starts, and then I'm like, I would like to do this for the rest of my life, please. Because I've gotten over the threshold of starting to play the character, and then I'm just in heaven. So yeah, I mean, anytime I see Eric Kripke now, I'm like, hey, Eric. Hey, Eric, remember me? Me, the guy over here. I played 2 parts in your show. And what about some more? Yeah.
Well, Hamish, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
God, I so appreciate it. Thank you.